folks, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 108 now of the TNA Impact Wrestling TEW2013 Let's Play. We're in the last week of June. We know we've got a last crossfire of June before we head towards the month of July, which has the Hardcore Justice pay-per-view. So we've got another 4 weeks to build after this, but hopefully we can continue putting a couple of superstars over and of course helping our main event scene. 3 pre-show segments just to try and get a couple of workers a bit of pop, and then 15 segments which will hopefully, as I say, maybe establish some more guys closer to the main event, and for the Lord card help really develop some characters and hopefully get some folk over. One debut as well today, which is quite exciting, the first member of Divine Entertainment. But aside from that, we'll just quickly look and see where the show is booked today, which is in the good old Wireless Centre again in the Great Lakes, which is, if I quickly just scroll down, I believe in Illinois, but we'll just double check. Wireless. That was iWireless. I don't know why we couldn't see it there. That would help. So it's like this mod, there's so many different arenas, which is good. So it gives you that kind of, if you're building up especially as a small company, so many options. But for us, the Wireless Centre in Malloy, or Moline, however you pronounce it, Illinois, just to try and get the rating up here. Since their size isn't too bad in the Great Lakes, that's actually improved. There's places like the Northwest that have went down, but we're still way over the 8 parts of America that need to be over 65 importance, which ideally Great Lakes, Mid-Atlantic, Mid-South, Midwest, North, New England as well, well clearly over, and yeah, then Southeast, Southwest and Tri-States. We're doing perfectly fine in terms of that regard. We'll try and build up a couple of places. We'll try and see if we can get a TV deal. Obviously that comes available in June. Maybe try and expand the show to somewhere in the UK, maybe to the whole of Canada. Or maybe we'll try, likes of Mexico as well, or even Japan. Who knows? We can only extend it to one place, but we'll see what gets accepted and what options are available. But yeah, enough of me blabbering on. We'll kick on with the show. I just want to quickly show you one thing. Obviously, I'll try to build some superstars up. I just want to highlight EC3. If I just quickly go here to his popularity, you'll see 84s and 85s pretty much across the board. We've taken from a 48D+, which is incredible. We're playing this mod pretty much against 2 years in game. But in fact, in the last year, even the last 6 months, since October, so maybe the last 7-8 months, we've really seen a rise in EC3 as we're slowly getting towards that main event level. But slowly, surely, gradual build, and hopefully he's going to be a cornerstone, especially the fact he's getting 10 pop in this month alone is remarkable. But yeah, let's kick on with the show, guys. It is TNA Crossfire. Let's hope it's a good show. So we start off in a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Uwe Nation defeated Matt Hardy in 6:37 with the jackhammer. This got a 52D+ rating, and it was just a match to get Uwe Nation a little bit overness. He improves his technical skills. The tag storyline between the two tag teams continues. Negatives mostly for Matt Hardy. An extremely short match, Ivelisse Velez defeated Velvet Sky in 488 by pinfall. This guy had a 46D rating. Both knockouts don't really click with each other, but another chance to just elevate Ivelisse up a little bit. So that is what it is. It's not too bad considering they don't click. So if they did click, it'd be in the 50s, which is decent. No skill improvements, negatives, all pretty much for Velvet Sky. So I think we'll look to probably punt her eventually. Next up, in a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Bram defeated Bully Ray in 6:04 with underhanded tactics. This got a solid 65C rating, which was good to see, and we also debuted the manager of Bram, who's going to be Father James Mitchell. He did some good work at ringside. He'll hopefully get over as well. He debuted his occult gimmick, which got an initial 99 rating. Excellent. Negative said I think would mostly be Bully Ray, but hopefully matches like this can help put Bram over. So we open up tonight's TNA Crossfire with some goddamn pyro for once. The crowd roars at the Crossfire theme song as it plays, and we head to Mike Tenay and Matt Striker. Mike Tenay says, "Hello everyone and welcome to TNA Crossfire." And Matt, what a main event Steve Austin has booked tonight. Striker says, "That's right, Professor, we have the World Champion Samoa Joe teaming up with the future Adam Cole against CM Punk and our guest of recent times, John Cena." Mike Tenay says, "What a show we have got planned tonight." Striker then replies, "I can't wait, Mike. let's get on the road with some good X Division action. So we're going to go right into the X Division match, a 78B for this hype. Matt Striker was very underwhelming. Mike Tenay is a dreadful style character. We can look to improve that. The World Championship storyline has advanced, so we'll work on that. In our opening contest, and about to feature great action and average heat, Mascara Dorada defeated Morrison in 9:19 by pinfall while using the ropes for leverage. Mascara Dorada makes defence number 4 of the X Division title, so he's used shenanigans to win. Morrison probably won't be happy, but a 68C+ match between these two. The X Division has advanced. Negatives, motivation and poor gimmicks. Not too bad. A small video plays highlighting last week's turn by Beth on Mia Yim and how she has aligned herself with Angelina Love. This leads into tonight's match. This gets a 59C and advances the women's storyline. Nothing extra there. And then the match had some good action and average heat. Beth defeated Mia Yim in 8:30 by pinfall by a glam slam, following interference from Angelina Love. So Angelina still hates Mia Yim, she still wants that title, and she's going to use Beth Phoenix to help her get there. 69C+, that's pretty good for 2 knockouts, happy with that. The women's storyline has advanced with this segment, no skill improvements. And hopefully that puts this feud over and it can benefit all the knockouts involved. We then have a graphic to hype that Chris Hero's returning shortly. Obviously I've not really done anything for Chris Hero recently, but hopefully we can get something sorted. And that's a 70C+ there. No extra factors included. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Chris Jericho defeated Rhino in 6:08 with a Lion Salt. Disappointing 59C, just a basic match to debut Jericho's first in-ring match and get him a victory. Rhino improves flying and performance skills. Negatives there for both guys, no problem, but that builds up to after it. After Jericho wins, he heads to the back and gets ready for an interview. But out of nowhere, he is blindsided by Adam Cole. Cole continues to do a sick beatdown before Jericho. I told you to stay the hell out of my company. So Adam Cole's still raging that Jericho is in TNA and taking his spotlight. A solid 77B angle, and the storyline between these two advances. No skill improvements, actually more negatives than positives, which is unreal because I'm a decent rating there. Next up, DE appears on the screen. Walking out comes Johnny Devine of Devine Entertainment. So ladies and gentlemen, it's what you've been waiting for. The debut of the first member of Devine Entertainment, the next group of guys to take over this company. I give to you Pinky Sanchez. So a 40D-, obviously it's going to take time to get Johnny Devine over, but hopefully him and all his wrestlers can go over within due course. Pinky Sanchez debuted a crazy gimmick, which was only a 66. Johnny Devine was underwhelming, but again, it'll take time to get him some overness. So a lot of negatives there. Johnny Devine was penalised for being poor at portraying a heel, considering he was a heel for most of his career, I'm sure. I don't know, but we'll work on it anyway, and hopefully it can be a good rating down the line. And then an extremely short match, Pinky Sanchez defeated Eric Young in 4:42 by pinfall. This gets 62C. Johnny Devine did some good work at ringside, and him and Pinky Sanchez are a good pairing. Good to see Eric Young improving technical skills. Negatives there, inconsistency of both guys. Interesting. Holding back as well, so we can work on that. We then see a video of Ricochet winning the King of the Mountain, and then his clash with Drew Galloway, which ends up leading to tonight's matchup. Like a 65C. Hoping for a bit better from that. The banking it storyline advances with this segment. And then about the featured great action and average heat, Ricochet defeats Drew Galloway in 9:45 by disqualification due to interference by Roddy Piper. It's actually delivered quite a solid 76B match, which is, I'm quite happy with that, considering how over they were, that they really delivered in the ring. Piper with some good work at ringside. The banking it storyline continues. No skill improvements. The dirt sheet. Negatives are mostly holding back, inconsistency and not going all out. Don't know why it says obviously Drew would retain the title, but it was for the title, hence the segment was penalised for the title prestige. Next up, and about the featured great action and a good crowd, State of Mind defeated Chris Hero and Rocky Romero in 14:03 when Nakamura defeated Hero by a handful of the tights. State of Mind make defence number 6 of TNA World Tag Team titles. So obviously I said Hero was going to come down the line. It was kind of a swear. So then he would be Rocky Romero's shock partner for this evening. But unfortunately Hero and Romero are done by State of Mind in a 73 B- match. It does continue the tag team storyline. Rocky Romero is still looking for that partner to help him take on the State of Mind. Ibishi's improving his Rumble skills. Negative said it'll be most guys holding back. Hopefully, we can get the title prestige up a little bit with this continual run of State of Mind. Then about the featured great action and average heat, EC3 defeated Matt Taven in 8:27 with the headlock driver. Taven again, fantastic job into the stars. AB just amazing. Literally all it is, it's just pretty much putting EC3 over with a good match, and hopefully helps Taven as well. We then see CM Punk backstage getting ready for his match coming up next when John Cena bumps into him. Cena says, "So are you ready to do this?" Punk says, "Ready? I'm CM Punk, John. I'm always ready. The question is, are you going to do what you've continually done in TNA, which is lose? Way up north, this isn't happy-go-lucky, fruity pebble kiddies hour no more. This is where the big boys play. So don't screw up, and most importantly, don't screw me." Cena says, "Let me make something perfectly clear to you, Mr. Punk. Yes, the level of competition has shocked me here in TNA, but rest assured, as I continually stress, I will never give up. I will rise above your hate. We will win tonight." So a bit of tension between the tag team partners, but a solid 86B promo between both of them. Punk looked good, and the championship storyline continues. Negative saber just for the limited time. Main event flops again. Damn it, I was hoping this would do better. In a match that had excellent in-ring action and great heat from the audience, Adam Cole and Samoa Joe defeated CM Punk and John Cena in 1959 when Samoa Joe defeated John Cena by pinfall after Angelina Love interfered. Only a 78B continues the storyline between obviously CM Punk, Samoa Joe and Cena's inability to win a match in TNA. Obviously we're quite clearly jobbing them to put our guys over, but the announce quality wasn't up to the standard of the match. A lot of improvements, Joe improving technical and performance skills, Rumble skills for Cena and Punk. Punk also improved flying and performance, and Adam Cole improved his Rumble skills, so very good in that kind of sense. Dirt sheet negatives will just be everybody holding back, Cole's poor gimmick, and then announcing, and the crowd being burnt out as well, but even them hyped up going into this sort of matchup. So we'll see what the overall rating is. 79B, which there are no specific comments to be made about the show. So just another kind of, show that kind of keeps us ticking along. Just going to go to continue quickly and take us into where I would book the next show. We'll hide that because that's got a few soon to come wrestlers debuting soon. But storylines, bank on it's up to a 76B-, which is good. Break the walls down between Jericho and Cole is at 79B. Tag Team Champions of the World is at a 70C+, as you can see the partners there. We'll work on that with due time. 52D+ between Hardy and Uwe Nation, as you expect. The World Championship's up at a 78B. Also it's Cena in there as well, it's just really to build Samoa Joe up at the moment. Women's are up at a 69C+, which is good. And the X Division 69C+ between Ryan, Dorada and Morrison. It's all good at the moment. Just going to have a wee quick look at Samoa Joe. See how, I keep clicking on that bit, see how his popularity has risen up to 80s. 87 in the Great Lakes, so maybe we need to get him over in some other regions. But he's somebody else. When you think like how poorly he's been booked by me, which I'll admit, he hasn't been greatly booked, but in recent months, especially the last 2 months, going for a 68 and a 70 at the start of this month, up to an 80, 82, it's just been great, and hopefully we can keep that up with him. And hopefully, he'll be a good world champion for us. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Cheers for tuning in. So say, hope you enjoyed it. Now going to go and book some Impact Wrestling, but if you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you've got any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't subbed, hit that sub button, and these videos will drop into your sub boxes every Tuesday and Friday for this series. And until next time, this is 21 Maxwell. See you real soon. Bye bye.